Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to the website design course. I'm Mahdi. In this video, we're covering a really important topic. That topic is margin, padding, and border. Margin, padding, and border are some of the most important things in web design. Every single website design project deals with them in some way. It's really important that you understand them clearly. Once you know how they work together, styling any page becomes much easier. So let's go ahead and get started with the examples. Take a quick look at what is showing on the screen right now. It's really important, so pay close attention. First, take a look at this image, friends. Notice the details, because we'll come back to them. Margin is always the outside spacing on an element. If you have an element and you want to push it away from something else, that's margin doing the work. Border is simply the line drawn around the element, right along its edge. If you want that visible line to appear, you reach for the border property. And padding is the inner spacing, the space living inside the element itself. For example, if you want to fatten up a button, you use padding to expand it from within. So to recap, margin is the outer spacing. Bordered is the outline around an element, and padding is the inner spacing inside it. Let's go over to the browser now, and I'll show you exactly how it looks in practice. First, I'll add a flip box here. Dear friends, so we have something to work with. To make this easier to see, I'll bring in a widget to help demonstrate the difference clearly. Specifically, I'll use the button widget to show you how border and padding actually behave. Take a quick look at what is showing on the screen right now. I've placed two buttons here. Now I'll open the main container settings and use those settings to arrange the buttons side by side. Next, I'll work on coloring the buttons. I want to give them nicer colors than the plain default ones they start with. Now here's a neat feature that Elementor offers. If you right-click on an element, you'll see an option to copy it. If you hit copy, you can then paste that element's style onto another similar element instead of setting it up again. That way, the second button automatically picks up the same coloring too, without any extra work. You can see both buttons now match each other nicely. Okay, that's how it works. Margin comes up a lot, so let's slow down here. For space between elements, that's outer spacing. To set it, open the Advanced tab and find Margin. Raise it while linked, and all sides move together. Right, left, top, and bottom change at once. Click the Align button to unlink them. Then add space to just one side, like the top. Take a quick look at what's on screen now. Let's increase the spacing on just the left side. Look here, and notice you can also change the units in this panel. We usually want to work more precisely, so instead of leaving it on the default unit, we switch it over to rem. That's the measurement unit we prefer to use whenever we're setting this kind of spacing. So most of the time, we simply leave the panel set in rem mode. Now, looking at the box from the left side, when I type a value into this field, the space you see appearing here is actually the margin being applied. Now to puff up this button, you need to fill in its inside space, right? To do that, you add padding. Padding is right here in the Style tab. Look, we can set the unit to rem too, and with this, we add padding on all sides at once. See, this is what padding means. It's the inner spacing between the edge of the button and the content sitting inside it. And if you want more control over each side, you can come here instead. That lets you adjust the top, right, bottom, and left sides separately, instead of all together. Take a quick look at what is showing on the screen right now. Now that we've added padding, let's make the font a little bigger so it fits nicely inside that space. Come here with me, and I'll open the typography section. I'll increase the font size. See how the meter got bigger too? With padding added, the content naturally needs more room to breathe. Remember, margin is spacing outside an element. Padding is spacing inside it, between content and edge. And border is simply the line drawn around the element. Take a quick look at what is showing on the screen right now. Now say you want this button to be white. You want to get a little creative with a white button. So you make the meter background dark. See, white button, dark background. Now nobody can even tell that this is a button, right? Someone looking at this would have no idea it is meant to be clicked. If you want people to click on it, you need to give them a clear visual signal that it is clickable. You can do that by giving it an outline, and that instantly makes it look like a proper creative button. See, on the left side here, we have something available in every single element called border type. Take a quick look at what is showing on the screen right now. Let's set the border style to solid. Now watch how an outline appears right around the box. This next setting is called border radius. It controls how rounded the corners of that box become. You can round them as much or as little as you like. Now if you increase this line here, that's the border width. It grows thicker the more you raise the number. So remember, the outer spacing around a box is called margin. The inner spacing between the content and the border is called padding, and the outline itself is the border. It comes with many different styles, like double. You've got dotted lines, dashed lines, and all kinds of border styles you can create for yourself here. That covers the three properties: margin, padding, and border. Make sure you take time to practice with each of these on your own. Also, try out border radius, which rounds off the corners of your box. The more you increase that value, the closer the shape gets to becoming a full circle. Take care, and I'll see you next time.